Hey everyone. So first I want to apologize. I'm still a little sick. I had like a cold like a week ago. So I still sound a little congested and I might cough. And also there is construction going on outside. I've lived in this apartment for over 3 years and I think I have yet to have a single month construction free. I think that just comes with like living in Tokyo, but it is loud. So I'm sorry if you can hear that. Um, Jesus. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to all of the new people that have come and subscribed to my channel. I think for some reason YouTube must, or the algorithm must be very happy with my videos, because in the past week I think I've almost tripled in subscribers. I'm still under 1,000, but I think I'm probably gonna hit 1,000 in like the next day. And that's like crazy. I posted my first like 2 or 3 videos on YouTube over 2 years ago and then just left them there. And I didn't come back to YouTube for 2 years because at the time I felt like I said what I wanted to say and I was a little too scared to maybe keep trying to say what the other ideas that I had in my mind. And it wasn't until this summer where people started commenting on those old videos and that I kind of felt like I had some confidence and I wanted to say the other things that I had to say. And so I've been really, really happy and surprised with all of the feedback that I've been getting. So I wanted to thank everyone for that. And it's been a lot this past week for me to kind of handle and deal with, even though I'm very happy and pleased with it. And I want to explain a little bit of that to you. First, you might notice I don't post on YouTube regularly. I don't have a schedule, and that's because I want to post when I have something to say and when I'm ready to say it and I feel like I can say it well. I'm afraid that if I say oh, I post videos weekly or something like that, I just might not stick to that, or it's going to make me feel like I have to post something that I might not be completely happy with. So I don't post that regularly. So I'm sorry if maybe that's what you prefer or you have some expectations for that, but I kind of just post when I feel like I have something to say, and I hope that that makes the content of my videos a bit better. I'm also not a really good YouTuber. You could probably tell I don't edit my videos. I have like my camera stacked on some boxes in front of my window right now. I always have like a little memo about like what I want to say because I'm still getting used to the whole talking to a camera with like no feedback thing. So I'm doing my best, and I've been a bit busy recently because I'm doing some art on the side and trying to prepare for some events. But one of the biggest reasons why I don't post that regularly is because no one knows I have a YouTube channel. And you might think that this doesn't make a difference, but I live with my boyfriend and even he doesn't know that I have a YouTube channel. It's Monday and I have the day off work and he's at work. So when he goes to work, sometimes I put some makeup on and I sit in front of the camera and make a video. It makes it kind of difficult, not only to make videos, but it's also been difficult to keeping it a secret with all of the new attention that my channel has been getting. Like, my phone notifications go off, and yeah, I could turn them off, but I like having them on because I do want to interact with people and respond to comments and things like that, and just keep up to date with what people are saying and talking about. So I don't necessarily want to turn it off. So I know it's inevitable. I'm eventually going to have to tell people what's going on. But I wanted to talk about why I haven't told anyone that I have a YouTube channel. I think I mentioned it briefly in another video, but the biggest thing is that the content of a lot of my videos are things that I wouldn't tell the close people in my life. And that probably sounds really dumb because it's you'd think that those types of things are the things you would share with only the close people in your life. But I find it to be the opposite. It's actually easier to tell people that you're not super close with about your cancer and being sick and the terrible thoughts that you have in your head and things like that. It's easier to tell people like that because they can kind of empathize with the idea that you're talking about, even if they haven't been there before, because they're not closely attached to you. When you're talking to people your family or your friends, they don't want to hear those things, even though they want to be there for you. It's the kind of things that's really hard for them to hear because they love you and they don't want to face some of the things that you have to think about every day. And I don't want to put them through that. I feel like that is something maybe a lot of sick people have in common, is I feel like a lot of us are actually doing the work to keep everyone else to keep holding it together. Even though a lot of people are under the impression that we're the ones that would be like having the meltdowns all the time, I feel like it's probably harder for, say, like my mom to think about what I'm going through, my best friend and my boyfriend to think about what I'm going through, than it is for me. Because at this point it's reality, and it is not the most ideal, but it's my life. I have to keep living my life. So I haven't told anyone because I haven't even talked to some of these people about the things that I've put in my videos. And I don't want to, like, I kind of feel bad. Like, I don't want to put them through hearing me talk about some of the things I talk about. Even though I think I have a positive attitude, it would just be a lot harder for them to hear it than it is, I think, for, like, the general public. Like, the people who click on my videos and watch my videos. So I kind of struggle with that. And like I said, it's becoming a bit harder. There are times I talk to some people about some of the stuff. Like, you have to. But that's kind of why I turned to YouTube, so that I can have, like, an outlet to talk about these things and find people who have similar thoughts without having to put, like, I don't want to call it a burden, because I know the people in my life wouldn't consider it a burden, but I feel like I would be burdening them with some of these thoughts and feelings that I have on my mind, if that makes sense. But yeah, like I said, it's getting a little bit more difficult to hide it. I feel like, yeah, my channel is still really, really small, but I get a decent amount of comments that I want to respond to. Like, that's the whole point of me making this channel. I don't want to ignore them. So I'm going to have to come clean about it to people soon. There is one person in my life who I've shared this with, because the past few days I've kind of been, like, flustered, and I shared it with him, and I feel like probably it was not easy for them to listen to some of the things that I had to say, but I trust this person a lot, and they're very understanding, so I felt comfortable sharing with them. And they've kind of given me some confidence to share with other people in my life. So one of the things that I have had trouble with in the past few days is I haven't gotten that many negative comments. I've actually gotten a lot of really positive comments, and comments from people who can understand what I'm going through, or are going through the same thing, or just want to say something nice. I have gotten some negative comments, and I knew that this was bound to happen, right? You put yourself out on the internet, you're gonna get negative comments. The internet is a trash fire. But I was kind of expecting them to be comments, like, about me, like my appearance or my voice, or like something like that. It's the cats. But instead, they're kind of comments about things that I'm finding it a little bit hard to not take personally, so it's been a little bit of a test for me. Like, for example, like, I'm sharing some of my most, like, vulnerable moments of my life in just the few videos that I've posted online. And when people seem to not understand and get offended by the things that I say, I, in turn, get offended because, for example, I think I mentioned in the video about my prognosis that when I got my prognosis, at the time, I was irrational. I became angry at people who believe that they're going to live to be 80 or 90. I'm not still mad at those people. I was mad at them at that time because they were... My cat is trying to get into the trash can. I was mad at those people at that time because I was irrational. I was just angry at the universe. I wasn't actually mad at those people, and I'm not. And I think someone commented, like, why are you angry at them? And that comment made me sad because I just felt like the whole point of the entire video I made was, like, lost. And even though it was only one comment and everyone else was kind, I did think about that for a few days, and I probably shouldn't have taken it personally, but it's that kind of stuff that I find a little bit harder. I wish it was more like comments like, oh, you have ugly nose or something like that. Like, I would just be like, ha ha, people, right? But it's a little bit harder when it's like the most vulnerable things that I'm sharing, I guess. So yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with that. But, so that's something I'm working on. Doing my best, but in general I'm having a really good experience with all the people who have come to my channel, and I hope that it continues. So I just want to say that I have a lot of really cool video ideas that I think people will like, and things that I haven't seen people talk about online, but it might take a little bit of time for me to make them because they require some research. And like I said before, no one knows I have a YouTube channel, so I have to either come clean to these people about it, or I have to find a way to sneak time around and like put the video together. So we shall see. But anyway, thank you so much for everyone who has been supporting me, and I really look forward to making more videos in the future and interacting with everyone. So thank you so much. Thanks.